Hello and good afternoon, class. How are you doing? Hope that you are all fine and healthy. Today we're going to continue our lessons on Unit 8. This will be the second part for Unit 8, because last week we also went through the same lesson. But as I told you before, we will review this lesson because some of you might not get this lesson about natural environment and man-made resources. So your study is going to be today is on page 69 through 72, which we've gone through last week. Today we're going to do a little quick review and some more questionnaires for you so you can have a better understanding of natural environment and our man-made resources. For the first video, we're just going to go over natural environment. So on our first video, we are only going to be talking about natural environments. So what is natural environments? Can you tell me? Can you post something up on our Telegram post and give me some example of natural environments? As we studied last week, we said natural environments are the things that's around us. Like the topic we had was, what do you see going to school? What kind of objects, what kind of trees, what kind of animals do you see going to school? And out of all those objects that you see going to school, which one of them are natural environments? Okay, as I wrote here, number one, natural environment is anything that's around us. So anything that's around us that is natural and that is not made by man is part of our natural environments. You got that? As I've seen some of your lessons from last week, most of you have got that, and most of you have known because we went through this not just last week, also a few months ago too. I have written down here some examples, and can you tell me, are these natural environments or are they not? So as for my example, I have the word tree. Is that a natural environment? Let me know through our Telegram post. What about mountains? Yes? No? Rocks? Water? The weather. Is the weather part of our natural environment? For example, like a couple of days ago, it was raining. What's the rain natural environment? Can you tell me? Post something up on our Telegram post about the weather. But whether it's sunny or raining or cold or hot, all those part of our natural environments. After the video is played and send you the first task, I will upload our link to our Zoom classroom. You can join me there for further discussions about today's topic. Okay, I also got here on our example, what about? Let me ask you, is animal part of our natural environments? Yes? No? Can you post something up on our Telegram post? Let me know if animals is part of our natural environment. If yes, tell me why is it part of our natural environment. If it's no, tell me why if it's part of our environment. I will go over this with you briefly in a minute. Okay, what about the stars, the moon, the sun? Are they also a part of our natural environment? That's a tricky one, huh? The stars you see at night, the moon you see at night, and the sun you see in the daytime. Are those natural environments? Can man create the stars? Can man make the moon? Definitely can man make the sun. Remember what we said here. Natural environments is anything that's around us that's not made by man. So if man cannot make a star, if man cannot make the moon, if man cannot make the sun, so it is part of our natural environment. So it is part of our ecosystems. You probably have learned that through your science class. An ecosystem is things that's also around us. And we're going back to our animal. What about animal? I see some of you have wrote, yes, animal are part of our natural environment. And that is true because we as man cannot make animals. We cannot make chicken, we cannot make pigs or cow because they are part of us just as part of this planet. So animal is part of our natural environment. Okay, if you have understand this, we will go into our task. But I want you to join me in Zoom so we can discuss more about this, so we can have a conversation between me and you, so we can talk about natural environment, so I can get the understanding or get the feeling that you have understand what our lesson is about for the last 2 weeks. Okay, now on to our first task. Our first task is I want you in your notebook, write down 10 natural environments that can benefit people. So 10 natural environments that can help me and that can help you. Also, I want you to give an example of how it can benefit you. Okay, I want you to write 10 natural environments and give an example of how it can benefit you. For one, I have made an example for you to see. I have picked a natural environment called rain. So I wrote down rain as my example, one of my 10. And my example of how it can benefit me and the world is, I wrote, rain will cool the planet, water the trees in the forest, and it can provide useful water to everyone. So rain have a lot of benefit, not just only for us, for animals, but also for the trees in the forest. And it will cool the planet, so it will keep the planet, the earth, cool. So rain have many benefits. You can probably add more to rain or how it can benefit you. Like, you can use rain as part of your 10 natural environments, but please do not copy my example here. You can change it up into your own wordings. Okay, you will have 40 minutes to complete this first task. Once you complete this first task, you can post it up on our Telegram post so all your classmates can see. Remember, no two answers can be the same, so each answer is going to be different. So do not copy your classmates or anything, but post your answers up on Telegram post so all your classmates, including me, will understand that you know what our natural environment is. Thank you. Until the second video. See you then. Hello class, welcome back to our second video for today's lessons. On our first video, we talked about natural environments, and we have learned that natural environment is everything that's around us that is not made by man. And we also learned that animals, stars, moon are also part of our natural environments. So on our second video, we will talk about man-made resources. So what is man-made resources? Can you remember something or anything from our last week's lessons about man-made resources? I have a little list here of items that is made by either natural or man-made materials. Again, I will post this up on our Telegram post so you will have a better viewing of our material. So now I would like to go over some of these stuff and ask you, are this stuff made from man or from natural resources? Okay, the first item right here they have is wood. Is wood from man-made materials or from a natural resources? If you have said wood is from a natural resources, you are correct. What about cotton? C-O-T-T-O-N. Cotton. Do you know what cotton is? Okay, is it made from man or from natural resources? I want you to try to figure that out and post something up on our Telegram post, or you can meet me in Zoom and let me know if cotton is a man-made resource or from our natural environments. And what about concrete? What is a concrete? Is concrete from man or from our natural environment? And I have a list of a few other things on here. I want you to look at my board I posted up and write something up on our Telegram post, explaining what each items are and are they from man-made resources or from our natural environments. Okay, now going on to our task 2. Our task 2 is stemming from page 73 and 74. Can you please bring out your book and turn to page 73? Have mine marked. Remember this, we studied this last week, man-made things. I'm going to do a quick reading of the first paragraph so it will enlighten your mind on what man-made things is about. You can read with me if you want, starting from the first paragraph. Man-made things are things which man altered, changed, or built from natural things. For example, building a house with wood using natural iron to make the body of a car. Man-made things have specific purpose, such as convenience and safety. So, man-made things are things that man made for a specific purpose. They have example here like a car, a house, toys, and boat. You can continue reading page 73 and 74, and it tells you more specific things that man made. Do you remember our exercise on page 74, or our second exercise from last week's video, where I asked you to, for example, have an object, and what kind of things or material can a car be made from? I remember some of you have problems with it in the beginning, but once you have later further understand how to do the exercises, you did it pretty quick. So we're going to do a quick example of how a car, a house, toy, and boat can be made from our natural environment, but then altered or changed by man into man-made things. Here's my example. So for a car, how do man make a car? Do we need first a metal, right? Metal and plastic, because some cars have plastic. Plus metal, plus plastic, plus what else can produce a car? Can you tell me? Can you post something up on our Telegram post? Plus what else can metal, plastic, and to make a car? If you say man resources and man energy or man work, you are correct. So metal plus plastic plus man equals car. Because a car is made from metal, from plastics, and from many other natural environments to produce a car. I know you have seen this lessons from here from our last week's lesson. Was on our second task on our second video. So a house. How do a house is built? And what kind of resources from our natural environment can create or build a house? I'm going to give you another example here of how a house is built. A house is made from tree, right? But from the tree, what do we turn the tree into? Tree plus wood, right? Because from a tree, a raw natural resource, we turn that to wood or log or little sections of wood. Plus what else can we turn a tree and a wood to a house? You can say tools, right? Because we need many different tools to create a house, and the skill of man. Or you can say the skill of woman, because a woman can also build a house and a car. So we won't get it correct. Okay, so tree, wood, tools, and the power of man can create a house. Now, do you remember anything from our last week's video about how certain items or certain objects can be created by natural resources? And also the power of man to create a car, a house, a toy, or boat. Okay, now for your second task. Your second task, I will post this on our Telegram post for you to see. So once you completed the second task, please forward to my personal Telegram, or if you think you are brave enough, you can share it on our Telegram post for all your classmates to see. You will be given 30 minutes to complete your second task. If you have any questions on your second task, please post something up or ask me, and I will gladly guide you through your exercises and your tasks. Till our third video, see you then. Hello class, welcome back to our third and final video for today's lessons. In today's lesson, we did an overview of our last week's lesson, which we talked about natural environment and man-made resources. We have learned that natural environment is anything that's around us. That means anything that is not made by man is natural environment. And thank you for sharing your thoughts and sharing some of your words on natural environments. Thank you for communicating with me in Zoom and our Telegram post. We also learned that the stars, the moon, the suns, even the animal is part of our natural environment because they all live within us and is part of our ecosystem. So thank you for that. And we learned that man-made resources is things that man-made, but all man-made resources come from our natural environment. Like for the example I had in our second video, where building a car. How does a car is built? So we learned that from raw metals to raw plastics, with the skill of man or woman, can create a car. For example, we talked about metal, how metal is formed. Metal is dug from under the earth, and it can be transformed into hard metals and plastic to build a car. And from the car, we can use to benefit all of us. And there are many different other things that benefits us that man-made. Thank you for giving me your example on many man-made materials and our natural environments. For now, on to our last task for today. Yes, it's homework. Your homework I will post up on our Telegram post after the video is played. So after the video is played, I will post it up on our Telegram post for you to see. I have some examples here of our homework. Our homework is 2 pages long, and all the explanation is on the board or is on the papers. If you have any questions about your homework, please let me know and I will guide you through your homework lessons. Remember, I will guide you only. That means I will not give you the answers. You will have 1 week to submit me your homework. And please do your homework so I can correct it and give you back your score. But most importantly, it will go on to your overall grade. Because real soon, you're going to have a test, and this will reflect what you have learned so far in our learning sessions. Okay, class, till our next video, or till we meet again next week, be safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.